How's it going, guys? So, as you know, Battlefield 1 is right around the corner. It comes out tomorrow, the day you're seeing this video, and I just want to do a little looking back at Battlefield 4, because Battlefield 4, we've played it for 3 years now, and this is it. You know, the next game has come out, and let's just look back at Battlefield 4 from release to what it is now. So, as you know, Battlefield 4 was a terrible launch. It did not run well. It had so many bugs, so many problems, games were crashing, servers were just so bad, and it just was not a good experience at launch. And they finally patched it after so many patches, but that really hurt Battlefield's reputation. You know, the Battlefield 4 launch was horrible. Nobody really saw a launch this bad in so long. Everyone there were so many memes and jokes made about the Battlefield 4 launch, and it really hurt Battlefield 4's reputation. And now here we are 3 years later. The game runs great, the netcode is fantastic, and it's a great game to play now. And what we're seeing is, it's crazy to see how big of a difference if you remember playing Battlefield 1 at launch, Battlefield 4 at launch, to right around now. Here we are with Battlefield 1 right around the corner, with now Battlefield 4 and the netcode and how smooth the game plays. It's crazy to think. And another thing that I really liked about Battlefield 4 is that for so long, you know, they had the premium DLC, the 4 maps, 5 map packs, whatever, you know, China Rising, Second Assault, Naval Strike, Dragon's Teeth, Final Stand, the premium maps with weapons and new vehicles and, you know, assignments and maps and so on. They added all that, but they also added in, you know, freer DLCs last year to make up and compensate people for the atrocious launch of Battlefield 4, which I think was really a smart move on EA and DICE's, you know, on their part, because the problems that Battlefield 4 had really tarnished the game, like I said. And I think that's always going to be a legacy of Battlefield 4, is of how bad the game was at launch. And I'm sure a lot of people stopped playing the game and they refused to play to this day because of how bad the launch was. I don't doubt that. And what's crazy is how much it changed. That's really a big thing, is like how much it changed. Now, Battlefield Hardline came out last year. It didn't really do so well. I mean, online was not really played. It's not really played nowadays. And we have another Battlefield game, Battlefield 1, coming out tomorrow, you know? So, with the difference between Battlefield 3 to Battlefield 4, you know, a lot of people really didn't play Battlefield 3 now and really switch over to Battlefield 4. Now, I don't really think a lot of people, how do I say this, is no one's gonna really abandon Battlefield 4 for Battlefield 1 because of, like, it's the content's better in one way or another. Is, you know, Battlefield 4 is this modern, kind of futuristic with the Final Stand DLC, but mostly modern game. You know, it's you know, modern guns, modern settings, modern vehicles, and so on. You know, it's very modern. You know, you have the M16, you know, and so on. You have modern weapons and modern gameplay. And Battlefield 1, you know, is World War I, and it's completely different sort of gameplay. So I don't think, you know, everyone's gonna just, you know, move on to Battlefield 1 and completely abandon Battlefield 4. I think Battlefield 4 is still going to be played because it's a different game to what Battlefield 1 is. Battlefield 1 is, you know, the World War I kind of, you know, more realistic in a way, I would say. I feel like it's a bit more realistic, a bit more gritty, and a bit more dark. And Battlefield 4 is the more modern, more sort of fun in a way. I'm not sure how like fun Battlefield 1 will be compared to Battlefield 4, you know, in the long term. But now Battlefield 4 is just this more modern game, and I definitely think more people are going to be playing Battlefield 1 but we'll entirely give up on Battlefield 4. I think maybe we'll probably go back to it in a couple months, maybe, you know, in half a year later, and see that, you know, Battlefield 4 is still fun to play. You know, it's still really smooth, and, you know, it's not like how it was at launch when there was crashing and just a big mess. So yeah, guys, that's really about it. Battlefield 4, I'll see ya. I'll maybe come back to it. You know, like I said, people are going to be coming back to the game. I'll probably come back to it and play it, you know, get some good, you know, Shanghai, you know, all these good maps, and all the other fun stuff from Battlefield 4, and really, you know, I might come back to and enjoy, because it was a game, I played a lot of it, and it was a game I really liked. And I mean, Battlefield 1, you know, looks amazing. I'm definitely going to be doing gameplay videos on that, but I really like Battlefield 4. I played it for 3 years. You know, it's crazy. It came out literally almost about a week or so, 3 years ago. So it's crazy to see how long it changed throughout these 3 years, the content that came out. And yeah, I'll probably come back to it and, you know, relive what the game was about, because it's not dead. It's not a bad game now. It's actually a very good game now. But let's move on to the next one and not forget Battlefield 4. We can move on, but we can look back and enjoy and look back at how good the game has progressed from the terrible launch to the very solid shooter that it is today. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Battlefield 4. Did you play it at launch? Did you think it was really buggy and a mess? Or, you know, did you give up at launch? And are you playing it now? Are you excited for Battlefield 1? Are you going to come back to Battlefield 4? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to read it. And yeah, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, you know, all that stuff. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.